It's Chloe here from the Chloe Bruce Academy. So today is another bow staff tutorial. Okay, so what you're going to learn today is a spin sequence. It includes forward figure of 8, backwards figure of 8, and a full rotation with the body. It looks something like this. We're going to break that down into some really simple steps for you. It might look a bit more advanced than what it actually is in fast, but breaking it down, it is quite a simple sequence based on just forward figure of 8 and backwards figure of 8, and obviously some stance and footwork in there as well. For the first step, we're going to forget about the bow staff completely and just work the footwork within this sequence. We're going to come down into a forward stance here. If you guys mirror me, you'll have left foot forward. From this stance here, we're going to transition our weight across into the opposite leg and change stance to the opposite side. So from here, I'm just going to snap my hips, my feet, lock out my legs, boom, here, okay? Just to change side. Then from there, we're going to do a full rotation through in 2 steps, okay? So we're going to step the front leg to meet the back. So we should be facing backwards right now. And then the opposite leg steps out and through and locks into that forward stance again, okay? So I'll just show you one more time the footwork. So we're here in a forward stance, transition your weight across, here, step that front foot in to meet the back, same time rotate backwards, then step the opposite leg out, lock into that forward stance, okay? Now grab your bow staff. So, step number 1, here, forward stance, okay? 2, bow staff comes up vertical. Now if you're mirroring me, you would want left hand on top, right hand underneath, okay? And the top hand should be your left hand, okay? Front foot should be your left leg as well, all right? So we're here, this is our start position, this is our prep. From our prep, we're gonna move into our forward figure of 8, okay? Here. And then from that figure of 8, I want you to stop on a horizontal plane with that bow staff. So forward figure of 8, stop. Then from there, we're going to transition into that stance we just practiced before, onto the opposite side and go into a backwards reverse figure of 8, here, okay? And then from there, we're going to finish in a vertical plane. Okay, so again, from that start prep position, we have forward figure of 8 to horizontal, switch, reverse to vertical. Moving on, we're going to do that step in. So we're going to step in, at the same time, this end of the bow staff, which is pointing down, is going to come up and over into a half forward figure of 8. Okay, and at this point, we should be facing backwards, feet together. Then the opposite foot's going to step out, and at the same point, the end that's pointing down to the floor is going to come up to 12 o'clock, down again, and then we're going to do a forward figure of 8 into our final strike. Okay, and our strike just finishes up, just to see how I extend that back hand back, front hand forward, and I just hit that down into my side, just to be strong and firm with that end strike, okay? So again, from our prep, we're here, we're prepped, forward figure of 8 to horizontal, backwards figure of 8 to vertical, step it in, step that front foot in, half a figure of 8 forwards, start stepping that opposite leg out, same time, come up with that bow staff, down into our forward figure of 8, finishing off with that strike. Okay? The way that you link it all together is just practice, 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 and don't be afraid of it hitting you or hurting you. It's not going to hurt. If it hits you, you'll just end up with a little bruise, okay? But the more that you play around with the bow staff and this sequence, the faster and the more fluid it will get. I'm just going to show you one slowly but fluid so you can see me move through the transitions and not stop at the points that I've told you about, okay? So from here, we've got our prep, and slowly, figure of 8, into the reverse, into that forward, back, forward, down. Okay? Good luck, guys. If you do need any extra help with this one, it is quite complicated to teach virtually and not face-to-face. But if you do have any questions, please drop them below and I'll be sure to answer them as soon as I can. Have fun with this one, guys, and I'm going to leave you with this. Just one more fast for you all to see. Take care, and I'll catch you next week. Bye!